There's a lot worse things to be than fat.
I was the stereotypical, oh, you're not hot, I'm not talking to you, or I don't like the way you look.
I do care about what people think about what I look like.
If we find something that we can't change, we don't like, there's got to be someone out there who's going to find that attractive. You just got to find that person.
Yeah, I did know about the life models.
No, I was not aware that we have life models.
I did not know there was life models at IAC.
What makes me feel good about myself? When I look good, when I know that people tell me I look good, when I feel that I can look in a mirror and I think, yeah, he's someone that I would look at in public.
I have struggled with body image all my life, and I think now being so exposed to things like this, seeing the body as not just a beauty stereotype, it helped me deal better with my body issues. Yeah.
I do think we have issues of body shaming on campus. You can definitely hear them, and just like through this class you realize that a lot of the time people outside of a class like this probably talk about the body in very sexual ways. To take away that like sexual realm and just like think about the body in like its purest form and like getting to just think about it as is. We want it to be positive body image of all sorts because we're all diverse, we all have all these different body types, and I think that would help with body image in order to have drawing showing that. I think a better way that this class could do that or facilitate that is somehow getting all shapes, all body types, all people, everybody, tons of diversity to be interested in modeling or just be sensitive towards it or be knowledgeable towards it.
I think the most common misconception about what I do is that it's in any way sexual or erotic when it's not. It's just teaching students what the human form looks like.
When I tell people it, they don't go say, oh, you do that? Ooh, how dare you, or anything like that. They're just more surprised than anything. So I don't think there's any negative opinions about it.
I've seen myself in a mirror, I've seen photos of myself, but like to actually walk around and see how other people see me, it's really interesting. Sometimes it grounds like what I already believe about myself, and sometimes it offers like new things.
We were doing a project where I would do a pose and then another pose, and they would have to superimpose those poses onto a piece of paper and draw with their imagination like a scene from a movie or something happening in a town or whatever, you know, whatever pops up in their head. I have one student who drew me as a stormtrooper, just standing like the Captain Jack pose, and that was one of my poses. And the other one was a Jawa. He drew me as a Jawa shining the stormtrooper's boot. When I saw the end picture of it, I ended up crying because of all the laughing I was doing. It was so great.
I think the thing that I love the most about being a life model is just, this is gonna sound self-centered, but just the fact that I get to be art. I think that nudity is really empowering. I guess I feel like that's self-centered, even though that's just what I want. People want songs written about them, people want poems written about them. Why can't I want a painting of myself?
Everyone's going to say they appreciate every body type and are open to all attractiveness, but no one's immediately going out there looking for a 300-pound woman. I think other people say they find my view offensive because they think they need to, but they don't really.
For me, the empathy comes into play when it's like, when there's a person holding a difficult pose, I'm not really thinking about like what their leg looks like in that moment, but what does it feel like? Is that leg on fire?
Objectification is something that is negative, right? Objectification is something that makes a person look at themselves as if they had to measure up to some ideal.
I'd like to think that I carry my opinions about the body outside the classroom. I don't know if I do it subconsciously or if I actually like acknowledge the fact that I am carrying that opinion with me, but overall I would consider myself as a pretty positive body image person.
If we talk about objectification in the context of a life drawing class, what we're actually talking about is seeing the sort of physical qualities of a person and not distorting or taking apart or idealizing a person's body, but actually being truthful about what we observe.
It goes beyond just like seeing a person as a person, and life drawing has helped that. Like, the body conveys so much more emotion, so it definitely has helped me to look at the way people move.
When I first started drawing nude models, I didn't know exactly what to think. It didn't really bother me, but I didn't know what to feel about it. You kind of learn how to see the body in a different kind of way. It just changes.
Essentially, the thing I like most about life drawing as it relates to body image is that you kind of go beyond your body as kind of something that's on display to be judged by others. In life modeling, I mean, the body is the subject. It just is. You know, you can make an interesting pose, or you can kind of project emotion or feeling, whatever you want to do with your body, but that's all there is.
I would just advise people, as far as body image goes, to embrace yourself no matter what, and like stand in front of a mirror and embrace what you have. Like, what about like what's inside? Like, what about complimenting what's inside them? I think the more we appreciate like who we are on the inside, it'll help us appreciate who we are on the outside.
Good, well-meaning people don't care what you look like. When you find those people are worth talking to and keeping around, because those people rock.
I think there's beauty in anything. I think anything can be classified as beautiful if you look into it enough.
If there's something about yourself you don't like, it's not wrong to feel that way. We're all going to find something we don't like about ourselves, but we're completely in control of changing it.
If you're comfortable with it yourself, then I say do whatever you want.
I totally commend the life models, because I would never be able to do something like that. That's like bravo to them. That's very courageous and brave.
I personally do not think that I would ever consider being a life model, because I don't think that I would be comfortable with other people seeing me naked.
That's really cool that they are like confident enough to go out there or apply for this position and then let other people draw their bodies.
Well, would you consider posing nude for a class at ISU?
Yeah.